This is the story of the new National Party rescue missions, always ready to rescue Grenada with resilience, courage, and unwavering leadership. Founded in the early 1980s during a time of great uncertainty, Grenada was still reeling from the aftermath of the revolution, especially the violent way it ended. Fragile and yearning for stability in 1984, leaders from across the region gathered on Union Island with the three existing political parties in Grenada at the time, namely the Grenada National Party, the GNP, led by Herbert Blaise, the National Democratic Party, the NDP, headed by George Brizan, and the Grenada Democratic Movement, GDM, headed by Dr. Francis Alexis. That meeting in Union Island resulted in the formation of the new National Party, the NNP. At the inaugural meeting of the newly formed NNP, Herbert Blaise was elected as the political leader, with our present leader, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell, appointed as the General Secretary. In December 1984, the first parliamentary general elections post-revolution were held. The new National Party won 14 of the 15 seats, and Herbert Blaise was elected Prime Minister. His vision was a united Grenada, with key pillars being economic and infrastructure development, tourism, and strong international relations. His humility and dedicated service to restore our democracy and rebuild our institutions will always be etched in our history. Internal differences between the leaders of the three parties that formed the NNP saw the exit of George Brizan and Dr. Francis Alexis in 1987. They subsequently formed the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, with George Brizan as the political leader and leader of the opposition in Parliament. By 1989, Dr. Mitchell became the leader of the NNP. In 1990, the NNP lost the general elections to the NDC, and Grenada was again faced with major challenges. Grenada's weak growth performance during the period 1990 to 1994 was attributed to a continuous contraction in agricultural output, which declined each year. In addition, the construction industry experienced a major contraction in 1992 due to the sharp fall in public sector investment. In 1993, output declined in the mining and quarrying, construction, and manufacturing sectors, as well as in agriculture. Gross domestic expenditure declined continuously from 117.4% of GDP in 1990 to 102.1% of GDP in 1994. By 1995, the new National Party was called upon by the people of Grenada to perform its second rescue mission under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell. The work of the NNP team and the clarion call for inclusivity during that period of service led to the party's first historic clean sweep, the victory in 1999. With the exceptional leadership of Dr. Mitchell, the NNP team went on to shape some of the most defining moments in our nation's history post the period of the revolution, leading the country through its darkest hours of two major hurricanes, Ivan and Emily, a world financial crisis, and a pandemic. Grenada suffered damages in excess of 200% of its gross domestic product, GDP, as a result of the hurricanes. Team NNP was charged with the responsibility to manage the rebuilding process in collaboration with the social partners, including the opposition. Worthy of mention are a few of the key Build Back initiatives: distribution of free material support, the reconstruction of 200 homes for vulnerable families, the negotiation of 6 housing schemes, most of which we have today: Soubise, Montrush, St. David's, Diamond, and Beausejour, rebuilding of 2 national stadiums, negotiation with the U.S. aid to build 1,200 houses. Negotiations with the U.S. aid to finance the cost of homes for 150 families. Cap on gas price. Reduction in property taxes. Provision of planting materials, fertilizers, labor support, equipment, and grant support to farmers to compensate for their lost income. Fisher folks were given grant support to repair their boats, replace engines, other equipment, and to compensate for interim loss of livelihood. The new National Party was asked by the people of Grenada to sit out the period 2008 to 2013 in the governance of the country. But by 2011-2012, the cries of yet another rescue mission were heard. In 2013, in true NNP fashion, we armed ourselves for the battle, and in 2013, we took on the fight and were victorious. From his first entry into Parliament in 1984, Dr. Mitchell's leadership became a symbol of progress, leading to two more historic electoral victories in 2013 and 2018, where the NNP won all 15 seats. A powerful testament to the unwavering trust and confidence of the Grenadian people. This era of the NNP saw heightened collaboration with our social partners to craft a homegrown structural adjustment program. The key objectives of this program were increase growth, restore fiscal and debt sustainability, strengthen the financial sector, while ensuring that social safety net programs such as the Support for Education, Empowerment and Development SEED program better targeted poor and vulnerable households, and that a targeting instrument was utilized to more objectively identify beneficiaries. During this rescue mission, Team NNP reduced unpaid claims of $100 million and had an average GDP growth rate of 5% and above consistently. The national debt was significantly reduced, moving from 108% of GDP to 57.7% before COVID-19, a drastic decrease in unemployment from over 40% to under 15%. The NNP spearheaded the construction of 2 national stadiums, expanded the cruise port to accommodate over 300,000 visitors annually, and upgraded more than 1,500 kilometers of farm roads, making life easier for our farmers and boosting agricultural production. In the realm of social progress, the NNP's legacy is undeniable. We brought clean, potable water to over 95% of households, expanded electrification to rural areas, and revolutionized telecommunications, making high-speed internet accessible to schools and homes across the nation. Education was a cornerstone of the NNP's commitment to the nation. The government awarded over 3,000 scholarships, providing access to higher education for students who would otherwise not have the opportunity. Through programs like the Imani, Empower, Project Fly, Youth Biz, Aspire, Reach, and Youth in Agriculture, the NNP empowered thousands of young people with skills training, job placement opportunities, and the chance to build a better future through scholarships and other support programs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the NNP protected the livelihoods of thousands of Grenadians through physical measures that stabilized the economy and prioritized public health. Over 7,500 families benefited from housing initiatives, and as of June 2022, the NNP was paying pensions to 2,200 retirees with an average annual budget of $75.4 million. These victories were more than just political successes. They were endorsements of NNP's dedication to the people of Grenada. Dr. Mitchell's leadership brought about significant economic progress. Today, Grenada finds itself at another critical crossroad. The current NDC administration's mismanagement has weakened our economy, eroded key institutions, and undone much of the progress the NNP worked so tirelessly to secure. Under the NDC, serious crime and inflation are skyrocketing, the quality of healthcare deteriorating, and the people are once again bearing the brunt of poor governance. As history has shown, when Grenada calls, the NNP is always ready to respond. We stand ready to rescue, rebuild, and restore. This isn't just a mission, it's a promise. From providing water to every home, paving roads that connect communities, and supporting families with housing, to educating our youth and boosting our economy, the NNP has always been the driving force behind Grenada's greatest achievements. The NNP has always been there to rescue Grenada. We are ready to lead again. We will bring Grenada back to stability, prosperity, and unity, lifting our nation to the heights and respect it deserves. Together, we will rescue Grenada because we have done it before and we will do it again.
Evening, Victoria. Good evening, Grenada. Good evening, NNP. We're about to make a start to this evening's meeting. And as we know, the norm is that we put God first. We put our country second, our party third, and then we try to fit in wherever. And so this evening, we will not do anything different. And we have with us a gentleman who would acknowledge God's presence. So I want all of us, wherever we are, and you're hearing, to reverence God. As I invite Bishop Cecil Gay to come and acknowledge God's presence among us.
Pleasant good night to all. Shall we reverence God? Father, in your mighty name, we give you praise and thanks this evening for this gathering. Father and God, as we are about to talk to the people tonight concerning matters of interest that concern us, we pray, God, that you give us your blessing. We pray, God, that you bless every speaker this evening. Father God, the MP and all who are here this evening, we pray for your blessing and your mighty guidance among us. We know we cannot do it unless you intercede this evening, so we pray for your presence in this place. Come, God, and take control in everything we do and say. In Jesus' name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
We thank you, Bishop, and we continue the process. We want to acknowledge our country and then our party, and I invite now Dr. Julie Dubois to lead us in the national anthem as we stand attention and join in the singing.
Happy birthday. We'll now sing our party song. Can we have the music for the party song? Okay, so we can all sing, NNP people can sing. So we're going to sing our party song together. 2, 3. Oh, you can count on me, working for my party, faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might, working for the end. One more time.
Oh, you can
Count on me, working for my party, faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might, working for the NNP. I will fight. I will fight with all my might, working for the NNP.
Thank you much, Sister Julie. So we have done what we needed to do. Recognize the presence of the Almighty God. Show reverence to our country. And of course, hail our party. We, every one of us, will fight with all our might. Working for the right. So we are in Victoria. We are in the parish of St. Mark's. And tonight, we are also going live. So there are many people who may not be here physically, but they are listening and taking on everything virtually. And so I want to thank them and welcome them for joining. I want to thank all of you who are here present. It means a lot to us to have you chain and going along and supporting your party and showing that by your presence. Tonight is not my night. I am just here to chair the session. And so we'll get moving immediately. We have a lot of messages for you. We have some powerful people who would bring the messages. Brilliant. They are understanding what is happening. They are part of the struggle to see a better Grenada, and we know a better Grenada is possible. We have done it before, and we believe it's doable again. And with your support, with you coming out and doing what you're supposed to do, we will once again have a better Grenada where we all can live a better life. And so, to hit the first set of runs tonight, the man who is opening the baton, young man, intelligent gentleman, someone who is from among the people, someone who understands the struggle, someone who will be able to explain to you. He is from your neighboring constituency as the caretaker for St. Patrick's West. I want you to join with me at this moment to invite Brother Jelani Glynn to come to speak to us.
Pleasant good evening to our honorable political leader who is en route, to our party chairman who is probably also en route, to our parliamentary representative for the parish of St. Mark, Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen, our party General Secretary and chairpersons for this evening's event, Brother Bola. Pleasant good evening to you all. Good evening, people of Victoria, St. Mark. My name is Jelani Glean, and I serve as your caretaker for St. Patrick West. I am honored to speak with you tonight on a topic vital to our future: youth and rural development in Grenada. As a young leader, working closely with our youth and working class families, I witnessed both the difficulties and the tremendous potential present in our villages. Many young people still lack opportunities, and challenges such as unemployment, drug use, and gambling threaten their prospects. Recent studies, like the 2022 Grenada National Youth Survey, show that more than 35% of rural youth feel that they lack real employment training options. This problem is made worse by the fact that even after $15 million was allocated, less than half of the promised Build Back Better homes in St. Patrick have been delivered. This means lost job opportunities for our youth in construction and growing frustration among our young men. This situation cannot persist. Our rural economy, especially in St. Mark and St. Patrick, has long been left behind. The Ministry of Agriculture's 2020 report found that rural parishes make up less than 20% of Grenada's GDP, even though they house over 40% of the population. The aftermath of Hurricane Beryl has further damaged rural homes, farms, fishing vessels, and businesses. Nutmeg and cocoa production have plummeted. Crop farmers struggle to find markets, and our fishers are still waiting for better facilities and equipment. Even more recently, Grenada, along with 45 other countries worldwide, have been placed on a sea imports ban list, effective January 12, 2026, from the US. These growing struggles represent not only financial loss, but also loss of hope for rural families. Please join me in welcoming our honorable political leader, Honorable Emmeline Fair.
Wake them. Tell them, go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody, tell somebody, knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody, wake somebody, tell them before 10 NNP election day.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. To continue, there are children in our communities who cannot attend school simply because their families cannot afford it. UNESCO's 2021 data shows that nearly 7% of children in Grenada's rural parishes miss out on education due to poverty. Every term, our party receives, even now, our party receives numerous calls and messages from parents seeking help to send their children to school. This is not because parents are unwilling, but because the free education and voucher support promised is not truly accessible. At the new National Party, we believe every child in Grenada deserves a fair chance to learn and pursue dreams without fear or discrimination. I ask you, what is the current administration doing to ease these burdens? From my perspective, their efforts fall short. The NNP is committed to unlocking the unique strengths of our rural areas to drive economic growth. Our policies focus on youth empowerment, job creation, and community identity. Recently, I spoke to Giselle from Mali, who used NNP skill training to open her own business, inspiring those around her. Floyd from Chantimel, who also received training and financial support through NNP Youth Based programs, still runs a successful poultry business today. An outstanding young man and role model for his peers. Their stories recall the success of programs like Imani, Project Fly, Project Reach, and Empower, which help the young people from all walks of life get training, start businesses, and gain work experience. These examples show that our youth are capable, motivated, and ready to seize new opportunities when given the support. It also shows that through its policies and youth-focused programs, NNP has always supported our youth and will forever continue to believe in their potential, support their dreams, and deliver for them. Friends, imagine villages where every young person has real alternatives to drugs and gambling, where jobs are accessible and education is truly available for all. This is a vision that can come to reality if we work together for meaningful change. The NNP has proven this. As a warden of the North, I promise to uplift the voices of youth, combat neglect, and pursue a brighter future for Grenada, alongside the NNP and our distinguished political leader, Honorable Emmeline Pear. But friends, we can't do this work alone. To all our young people gathered here tonight, I urge you, get involved, register, support our new initiatives, stand with the NNP, and shape the change that we need in St. Mark and rural St. Patrick, rural Grenada. Together, given the evidence provided, inspired by your stories, and united under capable leadership, we can build stronger, more vibrant rural communities for ourselves and generations to come. Thank you, and may God bless Grenada. Have a good evening.
That was Brother Glenn, Brother Jelani Glenn. Give him some more claps, man. The man tell you all this good thing that he want for the young people, the future of this nation. The only thing most of them are turning to now because of frustration and hardship is gun violence, stabbing each other, and we don't want that for them. But of course, we have solutions. We have ideas. And don't worry, our political leader will tell you about some of the things that we are going to do in time for that. So, my friends, as we continue to move, the moving man is coming, Mr. DJ. Let's hear our music. For our past Prime Minister, our recent political leader, and of course the chairman of our party, Dr. Mitchell.
So let's keep moving, the economy growing. Let's keep moving, construction booming. Let's keep moving, every man is smiling.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I know we in Victoria. We're in St. Mark's. St. Mark's is a small parish, so space kind of tight. Even on the table, we jam in. But we there. We NNP. We ain't giving up. We ain't giving up. That's NNP for you. But I want you to continue with your applause, because the next speaker is really a star. She's a senator. She's a doctor. She hails from this very parish. And she's going to speak to you. Put your hands together for Senator Mayana Charles, who is going to speak to you on health and some social issues.
The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. We moving on. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look.
Good night, St. Mark's. Good night, St. Mark. It is indeed an honor to stand before you tonight. Before I begin my remarks, I want to take a moment to recognize our passionate and hard-working political leader, the Honorable Emmeline Pear. Our distinguished chairman of the new National Party, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Our sister, our beloved sister of St. Mark and parliamentary representative, the Honorable Dr. Clarice Modest Kawin. Caretaker and my brother who just spoke from St. Patrick's West, Brother Jelani Glean. Members of the executive who are here with us tonight, and a warm welcome again to those joining us right here, to you and those tuned in online. Brothers and sisters, it is no secret that the people of this country is hurting, and they are hurting badly. Almost every week, I hear a new story that breaks my heart. These stories are not news headlines. These are the lived experiences of our people struggling with a healthcare system that is failing them. My friends, we are indeed, as Dr. Mitchell says, in troubling times. And I don't say that lightly. On my way here this evening, someone stopped me. You know, after the greetings, she looked me straight in the eye and she said, "Doc, I live in fear every day." I asked why. She told me, "Gone are the days when you heard the death news, and it was mostly our elders who lived long, full lives. Now, too often, it is our young people, and it feels like nothing is being done." And that shook me, because it is not just her alone that is feeling that fear. It is the lived reality again of many Grenadians. Almost every other day, I hear a new heartbreaking story. And I know you do too, based on your responses. Each of you here tonight, if you have not faced it yourself, you have a family member, a neighbor, a friend who have been affected by the poor state of healthcare in this country. This is our reality. We all know the facts, and I am not here to repeat rhetoric to keep talking about the failures, but it is time for real solutions on the ground. Why do we have to beg for basic services? Why? Tell me, why do we have to beg this administration to provide basic services to our people? How many more limbs do we need to see amputated? How many more people do we need to lose due to the system failures before we see real action and not just a reaction? Tell me, this goes beyond concerning. It is a disaster. I hear a hurricane. You know, I want us to talk about the decline in healthcare delivery. And who have eyes could see, can see. There is shortage in medication, shortage of equipment, shortage of personnel, shortage of basic supplies. You name it, there is a shortage. And that is just the reality. Everything, you are correct. There is a shortage of everything. Now, let me give you one fact that says it all. In the 2025 budget, only $112,500 was allocated to purchase medication through a pooled regional system for the whole country. Imagine $112,500 for 100,000 people for the whole year. I want you to ponder on that. And I want you to do the math. Tell me, does that make sense? On any given day, my brothers and sisters, our national lab is functioning at reduced capacity. And with that allocation that I just mentioned, we can see why. It is obvious. Things that should be routine are simply not there. So what happens? Patients are forced to borrow money that they don't even have to pay out of pockets for private lab tests. Let me share with you the story of one patient that I saw in passing recently. And he's a diabetic. I'm sure among us here tonight there are persons who are diabetics. When I saw him, I asked, how you managing? He shook his head and he said, Doc, I'm trying, but it's real hard. My eyesight is failing me and I can't even afford a medication for that. When I get a little money, I have to figure out, do I buy the medication or do I buy food? I don't even have enough to give my daughter a little extra for her to pay bus to go to school. That, my brothers and sisters, is the harsh reality of Grenadians. This is not politics. This case is one of many. And while these things are happening, hundreds of millions are being borrowed for the new hospital. Millions more are being paid to Mount Sinai. You all hear anything about that? And yet, our local healthcare system continue to crumble before our eyes. This money should be spent on the upkeep of our current hospital, including providing basic supplies. Now, let me be clear, and I've said this before. A new hospital is an asset for any country. It is a good long-term strategy. But my brothers and sisters, what about the short term? This new hospital is going to take 6, 7 years to materialize, probably 10, who knows? What about the people who are suffering now? What is happening? And here is what is even more troubling, my brothers and sisters. The details about this new hospital agreement was not shared openly with you. It wasn't shared with the people of Grenada. Instead, you could find it written on the Mount Sinai website in the United States. Imagine that. You have to go on Google and look on a website in the US to find out what is happening in Grenada. So yes, we are living in troubling, uncertain times. And according to that website, anybody seen that website before? So according to the website, and I quote, the Mount Sinai team will advise the government of Grenada. Well, I tell you, this is some expensive advising. So Mount Sinai has an advisory role. Now let me ask you, do you know what is an advisory role? So I want you to think of it this way. If your car breaks down on the side of the road in Victoria, you don't need somebody standing there giving you advice on how nice it would be to get a new car. You need someone with the tools to actually fix the problem now. In the same way, my brothers and sisters, just hiring advisors is like paying someone to tell us the obvious, while the engine of our hospital is still broken. Brothers and sisters, we don't need more advice. We need someone who can roll up their sleeves and get the work done now. That is what we need. And as I said before, this failure is forcing families into impossible choices. Do they pay for their medication or do they buy food? Do they send their children to school or do they pay for lab tests? Let me ask you this. Should any Grenadian have to choose between providing food on the table and their health? Exactly. But my brothers and sisters, these are the real struggles of the ordinary Grenadian every single day. They have to make these choices. And it wasn't always like this. Let us remember the days when the new National Party was in office. Can you remember those days? Those were the days when the people came first, when you came first. The new National Party opened the dialysis units. They built the Guelph Polyclinic. They built a new hospital wing. They expanded services. They laid the foundation for national health insurance. They brought in new equipment and made sure our facilities could actually serve the public. It could actually serve you, the people. And I can go on and on. And let me say this clearly. These are not promises. These are facts. This is our record. So let me ask you, my brothers and sisters, when the NNP was in office, didn't you feel the difference? Exactly. You felt it because we were working for you. We were working for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. And I can tell you, we will rebuild trust in the healthcare system by leading with transparency. We will rebuild a healthcare system that is accessible, affordable, and reliable for all Grenadians. We will integrate national health insurance so no citizen is left behind. You would not be left behind. That, my brothers and sisters, is the Grenada that we will build together. You know, for the past 2 years, we have been raising the issues surrounding healthcare. And what has the government response been? Can somebody tell me? They've been silent, nothing. Not once did they come forward to clarify things. They have been talking for the last 3 years. But if they were serious and they cared, action would have already been taken. Instead, millions are being spent on things that are not crucial, while our people continue to suffer. So I ask you, as I end, will you stand with a government that do superficial cosmetics while our people suffer? Will you do that? We could never do that. Or will you stand with a party that values life, a party that invests in its people, a party that fights for every Grenadian? Will you stand with that party? And this is the new National Party. Because, my friends, at the end of the day, it is not about me. It is not about my colleagues here tonight. It is about you. It is about your children. It is about your grandchildren. It is about a Grenada that we want them to inherit. This is what it boils down to. So I say to you tonight, stand with us so we can stand for you. I will say it again. Stand with us. Stand with a new National Party so we can stand for you. And together, let us build a healthier Grenada that we will all be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, our dear sister, our senator, and doctor. Well, NNP and NNP people, while we're feeling the struggle and we're dealing with it, we are really happy, yeah? We are a happy people. We are friendly and we are loving. And I did tell you a better Grenada is possible. Dr. Mana, well done. Well done. You know, I heard you said something, and I want to clarify whether you said Mount Sinai is doing extensive advice or expensive advice? Both of them? All right, so they're doing extensive, expensive advice. I mean, think about the millions, and we still don't have medication. These people must be going backward. But we're going forward. We're moving on. The house solid. Mr. DJ, give us a little piece again. Give us a little piece.
The house solid and the pillars strong.
Yes.
Don't stop the progress. We moving on.
Definitely.
The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we're heading to higher heights. A royal lady. Service is in her blood. She have done it for not one, not two, not three, not four. Well, I can't finish count. But she has always been there. She loves people. She do it with a willing heart. Better, no, I wouldn't say that. Because the heart good for them, but it's not a good heart they have. But anyway, St. Mark's, it is your lady. She has served you well. She has served this country well. Let's put our hands together and make some noise for your parliamentary rep, Dr. Clarice Mothers Scoring.
Vote for the house. Vote for the house this election. Vote for the house. Vote for the house, no confusion.
NNP. We looking good, we looking green. Let's keep it so. Once you start to look yellow, it's falling leaves and everything falling down. Let's keep it nice and green. Good night to everyone. And I want to greet some distinguished colleagues of mine at the head table. Put your hands together for our political leader, the eminent, Honorable Emmeline Pierre. Welcome to St. Mark. Put your hands together for a man from St. Mark. He said that is his second home. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell, our chairman, former prime minister, and of course, minister of many portfolios for which he developed our country in the past. I want to greet my sister, Sister Mayana Charles, daughter of the soil. She has done us proud. Caretaker from St. Patrick West, my neighbor, Brother Jelani Glean, welcome. And my dear sister, Lorena Waldron. She's not giving me up and I'm not giving her up. And I know we have a few from Sister Kate as well, welcome. But NNP St. Mark, let me hear you, NNP St. Mark. We have a love that I cannot understand. Because if you don't love people, you cannot understand love. You cannot understand what makes us NNP do what we have to do regardless. So brothers and sisters, I want to talk on a few issues, a few matters that affect primarily St. Mark. But I know it affects people throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Brothers and sisters, school just start back. So I will start right there because that is where the trouble is now with all of the other troubles on our back. I call it strangulation of education. They're strangling education and they're strangling poor people, children especially. But every child in this country feels it, brothers and sisters. I have never seen it this bad. And so I was reminded, of the COVID period. Because every time I see what's going on, I must remember what NNP did for this country and for this parish. During the COVID period, when children had to stay home, they couldn't go to school. We all remember that time. You know what NNP did? Under the guidance of the then Minister for Education, Honorable Emmeline Pierre. And she came to cabinet and she said, we have to keep on teaching the children. I can't say it as her, but in essence, that's what she said. And we must get devices for them. Devices for them to learn. And Grenada was one of the first, if not the first in the Caribbean, to put devices in the hands of the children so that they could learn from home, brothers and sisters. That is a caring government and a forward-thinking government. But 2 years ago, when the NDC government realized children getting free, because the program, we continued it after COVID. And when they wake up one morning and they realize that poor people children getting devices in the school, it continues since after COVID. You know what they did? They quietly take it out. Long afterwards, I hear, every time they have to put a photo on Facebook. Well, that one didn't reach Facebook. They quietly take out the devices from the children, brothers and sisters, when many of them could not afford it. And there was a program for which the devices were being used and the children were learning. But brothers and sisters, Grenada is not about NDC alone. And NNP in opposition rises to the occasion when we can. Brothers and sisters, we are not prepared to sit down. So I engaged with some people. I won't call names, organizations. And when I realized that was happening, we put together from the parliamentary office funds, from other sources, and we were able to buy some devices so that every primary school child going into a secondary school in St. Mark got a good working device to go with. That is the strength of the NNP. I am not saying we can do everything, but brothers and sisters, we can't sit down. So when something is going wrong, we do not just talk. So those people saying we just talk, we not only talk the talk, but we walk the talk when we walk the walk. Brothers and sisters, so they stop it from them, but we give them and we start back. Well, I hear in a little thing that they're coming back with it because NNP put them to shame, brothers and sisters. I didn't know they could have shame, but that's the only thing I could think about. But for 2 years, our children went without any devices, brothers and sisters. So I want to thank the people who came together with me to make sure that this could happen. Let us talk about back-to-school vouchers. My staff used to be tired. Tired doing what? Giving out vouchers. We couldn't do it in Lickabonnet School. We had to go in St. Mark's Secondary School. And everyone, it wasn't done in pitife. It wasn't done in silence. We said vouchers were going to be given out, and everybody, regardless to what color you support, your parents support, every family got vouchers so that they could buy boots and they could buy uniform and so on. And not only did we give them vouchers, but we paid the providers of the uniforms. I have the opportunity, up to now for last year, NDC administration has not paid the people who gave uniform support. The businesses, the stores, they're still waiting for the money from last year. But big money spending, brothers and sisters. Big money spending for the big boys. Don't think money not spending. It's just spending in the wrong place and for the wrong people. So, they're strangulating education, brothers and sisters. But the vouchers is where our doctors, our lawyers, our teachers, our IT specialists, all of those people who would not have made it, The vouchers help them to go back to school, and we pay the buses to take them to school, brothers and sisters. That is the love of and the caring and the foresight of the new National Party. Hundreds of vouchers. But this time, what's happening? Children have to let down the hem because you know they're growing. They have to let down the hem. They have to widen on the waist because they're getting bigger. They have to turn the skirt. Now, I'm not saying there may not be time for that. But this is not the time for that, brothers and sisters. The government bet enough money in the treasury. The government got enough money to help those persons affected by hurricanes. This government had money to do better. And if they spend the money right and invest it in our people, especially our children, that is the right way to go, brothers and sisters. They're pocketing it. So, brothers and sisters, is a secret voucher that's going out now. They're telling the people. All you remember the Prime Minister in a meeting said, the present Prime Minister, he said, all you won't get because all you don't say in what color. So now you have to talk about the color. You is a yellow. And even if you're a green at heart, you still have to say that to get. It is a sad day for the people of Grenada when you have to pretend to be what you're not to get the money that belongs to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, brothers and sisters. But the people who balling quietly, our people say they're balling with their mouth closed. Those people tell NDC and the Prime Minister, those people waiting for them. And the right time will come for them to do the right thing, brothers and sisters. This cannot continue in our Tri-Island state. So, they even send the voucher to some people by phone. But some of the people, their phone, maybe the kind of phone they have can't handle it. And if you don't have a phone, and you can't get the voucher on a phone, so nothing at all for the poor people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Brothers and sisters, to add insult to injury, let's talk a little bit about the bushing. You know, a time like now, NNP from May to August would have given 7, 8, and 9 fortnights so that people could start to go and buy their books, walk and buy their books. So they didn't have to wait on the voucher. The voucher was another hand up. And a hand up, not a handout. Because that is how we built our educational system so that people could go to school. Children didn't have to stay home because they didn't have shoes. So they give, some people tell me 3 fortnights. I don't know for sure. And they might want to take me up on that. But in fact, I hear it's 3 fortnights. So by the time you buy a little saltfish and you cook a 2 grain of fig, what that could do, they take away the voucher and they take away the bushing from the people who most need it, brothers and sisters. So that is the problem we face in this country. One set of people get in, and the rest are being left behind. Our children who are looking to advance themselves educationally. So I want to tie in a little bit of agriculture with that. Because 2 days ago, I took a little trip all up Monsini and other places. And brothers and sisters, I always say it, the bamboo meeting over the head, trucks can pass, jeep can pass. You have to kneel down and crawl to go below the bush because NDC do not care about farmers. They don't clean the roads for them. They don't assist. And in addition to that, the monies, the insurance monies that were meant for the farmers, I can't tell you where it go. But a lot of farmers did not get, brothers and sisters. So they cannot start back. So the lands are in bush. The farmers' lands that they used to cultivate is in bush. And the road, they cannot have access to it. When they're done with us, who went dead, badly wounded, brothers and sisters. Give the farmers, Mr. Prime Minister, government, Minister for Agriculture, give the farmers, instead of putting it on Facebook, go in reality and put a good money in the farmers' hands so that they could cultivate and sell their produce, brothers and sisters. So, brothers and sisters, I want to leave that a little bit and go to the diamond housing scheme. I have a photo, and I was sorry we couldn't project it here. I have a photo where the Chinese handed me the box with the keys for all of the apartments up in Diamond. More than 4 years ago. 4 years. NDC said they're achieving all kind of things in Grenada. 4 years. The apartments bill. I hand over the keys there. I didn't keep it. It was in building. And up to now, the housing apartments cannot be handed over to the people of St. Mark and other people who applied for it. You know why? Because they have to go with a good bit of money and show some kind of, how you say it, they have to show that they can pay some kind of job. So no longer is it for low income. No longer is it for no income persons who cannot afford. It is for the middle income and the upper friends of the NDC brothers and sisters. 1 or 2 of them get. And they miss them because the Prime Minister didn't have time to see the color. 1 or 2 of them get. But brothers, the majority of the people who deserve these houses, for whom Dr. Keith Mitchell and the late Honorable Elvin Nimrod, for whom they went and faced the Chinese winter to beg for, these are not the people who are benefiting from it. We have to ask the Prime Minister who got it, and that question will be asked, brothers and sisters. So, I know they're trying to thief everything that we do because they can't start a project. Up to now, they have not been able to start one project that they could call their own. But they want to thief, they want to thief the Bonnet Bridge. But tell them we say it's not theirs. That thing was negotiated, all of the work was done, and it was handed to them on a silver platter so they could continue. But brothers and sisters, was 2 projects, eh? The Bonnet Bridge was one, is one, and the School for Special Education, both of them were negotiated about this time. Bonnet Bridge, both of them about the same time, only 2021. 4 years, NDC in office. NDC, 4. June, gone. We're going in the 4th one. Okay, but let me say, going on 4 years. Going on 4 years. The School for Special Education is just struggling to come up. Just struggling to come up, brothers and sisters. And thank God they got a good contractor for the Bonnet Bridge, so it finished. And very soon, we will be opening our bridge. It's our bridge. It's our bridge. Let them start their own project and finish their own project. Don't fight to thief NNP project. It is ours. Brothers and sisters, so we know they want to thief. And they're trying it. But you who know better, you must talk about it. You must call in on the calling programs. Put it on your Facebook page, because you know when we called you to meetings to discuss the projects, NDC was nowhere around. So brothers and sisters, I heard a little sad news today, you know. Somebody sent me a message by WhatsApp about something that's going to happen from January 2026 with the fishing. And I know Brother Gilani spoke about it, but I have to say a little something, because it is badly going to affect St. Mark, Waltham, Duquesne, Kwese, so many of the fishermen there, it is badly going to affect us. And it reminds me again of what NNP did. And when we lost this last election, Dr. Mitchell, with his magnanimous heart, he did offer to give them a help. But he was turned down. That's why we're seeing so much trouble now, because we would not listen to the words of wisdom from others. Brothers and sisters, years ago, when I was Minister for Health then, we had a similar threat. It's not the same one, but there was a similar threat. Brother Gilani, you won't know that yet. And that is why I need to say that. they were going to take away our ability to export to the European Union, fish to the European Union. Now, if the European Union approve you, the US automatically approve you because they set the standards for those things. How the fish is landed, how it is handled, how it is managed and exported and all of that. And I remember when we heard about that, Fisheries, Ministry of Health, government worked with NAWASA to ensure that the standards that they set were kept. And the Ministry of Fisheries must have known that there were certain things that they needed to put in place. And we ensured, we worked hard, and we made sure that every fishing village in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique met the standards so that we could export fish. A lot of other Caribbean islands lost that ability. But Grenada, with good NNP leadership, we were able to export fish to the European Union. That's why a lot of young people in Grenville all over the country, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, are still able to export fish to the European Union. And that is why in St. Mark, we have the fish market right there. We have in Duquesne, we have the landing facility in Waltham, because we did what we have to do for the people. It was not about us. It is about the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And of course, when you do the best for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, then you do the best for St. Mark. So now they must have known. They did absolutely nothing. So Grenada now is part of a team, a group of countries, not only in the Caribbean, a few from the Caribbean and other places, that come January will not be able to export fish. This is frightening, because I understand it's perhaps about a 50 million or so we're going to lose. But to make it worse, I was down by the coast and the fishermen bawling already. No sale for the fish. Problems, they didn't get the money from the CRIF to help them to fix their boats, to buy the engine and so on. Everybody did not get. They give a few people. They give a few people and they take out picture. I want them to take out picture and put on Facebook the people that they refuse, the fishermen that they refuse to assist, because either they are yellow or they don't know what they are, brothers and sisters. But these people are very, very vindictive. And I just hope that the curse that will fall on them don't fall on this nation. So, brothers and sisters, we are a team who know how to fight for you. We are a team who have been there in the struggle for you, whether it be the parish of St. Mark, whether it's St. John, St. Patrick, or anywhere else. We have proven ourselves, brothers and sisters. And the time will come when you have to prove yourself that you are astute and that you are wise and nobody can fool you. It's not a piece of paper. It's not the others called the degree LL. It's not LLB now? It's the same thing as the drink? Well, LLB. Even if you have the certificate for the LLB, that's not common sense. That don't give you a heart. It's not caring, brothers and sisters. The caring party is the new national party. And that is why I am pleased to see that Dr. Mitchell, who has led this party so capably for so many years, he is still here with us to give us advice. And that is why we can remember the many things that were achieved. And I know with our new leader, that combination and that support, and all of the other people here and those who are not here today, we will bring back Grenada to what it was and take it to higher heights, brothers and sisters. Do not give up. We are not a giving up people. We are a resilient people. But tell our Prime Minister, behave himself. He overdoing it. He overdoing it. And the problem is too, he has children to educate. He has children to edify and uplift. So instead of looking to give them ability to hide from their parents and get involved in sexual activities that may not be appropriate, that certainly is not appropriate for their age, tell the Prime Minister, teach their children, give the people a little fortnight so they could send their children to school. Tell him take care of the farmers so that they can take care of their children. Leave that legislation behind. We do not want it in Grenada. Brothers and sisters, let our children be children, and let the government of the day take care of the children of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I thank you.
I know who I'm voting for. NNP I'm voting for. Tell me who you're voting for. NNP we voting for.
I know who I'm voting for. She say, tell the Prime Minister, behave himself. She say, tell him he doing too much. Bonje, I wonder what the man doing. You know? I won't tell you what somebody tell me he doing. I don't take in part in that. Behave all yourself. We there and we discipline and we in a good meeting. Let's keep moving. NNP moving forward. But when I saw the thing on Facebook, Brother Gilani, immediately the tears hit my eye for the fishermen, you know. It's not just the fishermen, but we have to understand the implications of Grenada not being able to export fish anymore to the U.S. Because we have the vendors, we have the people who have invested millions of dollars in getting ice machine, in getting cold storage trucks, and of course, freezing facilities. The number of people that they employ with them to help to clean and to pack and to prepare the fish for export. 50 million plus in revenue that we'll be losing. I really hope that the government take that into consideration. Maybe if they take a 2 million from Mount Sinai and give the fishermen, it might help. Take that advice, Mr. Prime Minister. Not only the advice to behave yourself, but take a little thing from Mount Sinai and give the fishermen. People, well, it's not me that will be talking now, you know. The real thing, the real person you want to hear, the real magic, the man that they can't stop. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, he belongs to the Green Party. So he evergreen. Victoria, let me hear your voice. Make some noise as we bring on Dr. Keith Mitchell.
We moving on. The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress. Take a good look around.
Yes, yes. Victoria, my second home. Let me say this before I begin to speak to you on the issues that concern you all. Every time I'm here to a meeting in Victoria, certain persons come to mind. I'd always remember some stalwart supporters who have gone to the great beyond, who are good friends, but Oswald Clovey, yes. Sister Claire Romaine, yes. Just recently passed. That shop right there, Brother Andrew Noel, and so many other, Brother Fletcher with the Graph Station and others, men and women who gave enormous contribution to St. Mark's, and to the country. So, sisters and brothers, as we face this period, we all have to hold hands together. It said that you are to be your brother's keeper. And that is why I'm here tonight to talk to you on some very important matters. This country, Grenada, the success that it has achieved, the many activities that put us where we are today compared to where we were so many years ago, must always be seen coming from the policies of the new National Party. Friends, this is not a boast, but it's a fact. No matter what you can talk about, if you want to talk about infrastructure, it was the NNP. If you want to talk about roads, electricity, water, telephone, it was the NNP. If you want to talk about your educational development that has taken place, that has placed Grenada as one of the most well-equipped in every sense in the region, educationally, NNP again. You talk healthcare, and you heard dear sister a while ago. Mayana spoke to us, your own sister here, and of course, Dr. Modest. You heard him. And you heard all the speakers here tonight. And they speak with the passion of love. Love for people. Whether you're talking about what Brother Delani said tonight, you could hear the feeling about people and love for country. Sister Lorena came all the way from St. Andrews. You know why? Because of love for the country. Sisters and brothers, well, you know your own. Sister Clarice Modest Cohen. Love for country, sister, was not self. You know something? Some people get into politics because they want to enrich themselves. And the only thing they were criticizing about the NNP is not that we were not doing well, you know. They wanted to get in there to fold their pockets. Every single one of them is into one thing: how fat the pockets can get. Sister Clarice could have been better off working as a doctor. So she gave up material things to serve the people. And this is a fundamental difference concerning when you compare her with those that are now before us, leading the politics of this country, sisters and brothers. Leading the politics of this country, sisters and brothers, I need to say something about leadership. As I said last week in Vendome, Eric Gary became Prime Minister of this country, not overnight. He was not perfect, but he did a lot. He did a lot. The Grenada United Labour Party, led by Eric Gary. So he became Prime Minister after he succeeded in helping in so many ways. Many of us here at tonight on a platform because of the sacrifices of Eric Gary and the GLP in the years past. So we can't forget him. So he deserved to have been Prime Minister of this country. Herbert Blaise spent many years in the vineyards of the politics, serving the people of Carriacou, and he became Prime Minister after the rescue mission in Grenada. He took the mantle of leadership to stabilize the country, so he made sacrifice for the people of his land. So he deserved to have been made Prime Minister at some time in our country. And you could say that about Nicholas Braffett, George Brezan, Ben Jones, and others. They made sacrifices to be leader of this country, sisters and brothers. My friends, your humble servant became Prime Minister for 23 years. And you ought to know why you allowed me to stay so damn long in government. You ought to know this. But you have a man today who is Prime Minister. Nobody knew the man before. He made no sacrifices for the people of this country. My friends, so no wonder why you are suffering and we are suffering as we are today. Because the man has no heart for people. He does not care particularly about the poor people of this country. That's why he could spend millions and millions of dollars fetting the rich and wealthy regionally and internationally, while the poor people in this country catching the nenen, sisters and brothers. And then he want to talk to us like if he's some father and we some little children. You don't hear the man talk. As if Grenada belongs to this damn man, you know. As if Grenada belongs to him. He doesn't know anything. If you ask him 2 streets in Victoria, he don't know. If you ask him anything about Guave, he don't know. If you ask him about hotels, unless he read it in a book, he don't know. But the man talking down to us. But old people say, one day, Kongote. So sisters and brothers, we invested in building the people of our country. We made the sacrifices because we know we need to have infrastructure to build a serious development in any country. So when we got into government, we continued to invest in those areas. When we got into government in 1995, sisters and brothers, we saw that people were not taking home enough of the monies they were making. Sisters and brothers, we removed income tax from most of the salaries that people make. So people are able to go home with most of the money they earned. People thought we were crazy. They said because the country must run on income tax. That was the feeling. But we told people, even regionally, I had people opposing it. I say no. When you give people enough money to spend, they will spend it on activities. So you have an efficient taxation system. As they spend, the government will get a piece of the action. Sisters and brothers, those who thought that we were making a mistake, within a few years, they started applauding because the country moved from one stage to another. And we took the government, sisters and brothers, after the National Democratic Congress created havoc on the fiscal situation in this country. So every time the NNP got into government, we made a mess created by the National Democratic Congress. So every time we got into government, we have to clean up their mess. But one thing, you know, Grenadians, Carconians and Pity Martinic, they ain't stupid, you know. Every time they give them a chance, they give them one gugutum. And then they throw them out. They throw them out. Sisters and brothers, therefore, I have no doubt that this NDC is the worst NDC this country has ever seen. Because it is led by the worst prime minister this country has ever seen. And therefore, I am sure that it's going to be one Google Tom again for the National Democratic Congress. So, sisters and brothers, so when we got in the government, after 2008, the people, after 3 terms, they said we take a rest. We met a mess in the government. We had to clean up the country. There was no money to pay salaries, sisters and brothers, and people forget this. There were no road work in the country, sisters and brothers. The people throughout the rural economy were suffering, whether it's the farmers. The lack of serious opportunity for the poor people of this country existed. So we met challenges again. We had to go off to Trinidad to beg for money to pay the salaries of the country left by the National Democratic Congress. So NNP is always there to bring back hope to this country, sisters and brothers. And one thing I want to make clear, sisters and brothers, to you, and many of you may not know this. The issue of the success of your government is not just on the head of one person. I led the government. But sisters and brothers, without the team around me, we would not have been able to solve the problems of this country. In other words, you have a leader today, but you have to support her and you have to support the team of the new national party to ensure that we can bring benefits through the length and breadth of the country. So, I'm confident, despite the problems that we have, if we stay the course, we are going to rescue this country again, sisters and brothers. So let me make it clear. The future is bright. Many of us have been in the vineyard for so many years, working to build this country and to ensure that opportunities must exist for all citizens of this land. We did it, sisters and brothers. But like in everything else, sisters and brothers, nothing could go on forever. We all have expiry dates. So we have to prepare ourselves accordingly. And we have to prepare our country and our party accordingly. So you will see in the NNP today, those of us who fought the race and fought it well, we're still there, sisters and brothers. We're still there, and some of us might have maybe a little older in age, but we still look good, I think. Well, we're still able to do a lot more work to continue the progress, the rescue mission of the country, and the progress of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinic. But sisters and brothers, we have a number of young persons going forward in the politics of the country today, some young, vibrant persons. And I am happy and pleased that our party is ready to move into the new era of development of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The new era where the older persons like ourselves are still around to provide advice and support, but the new ones with the energy and the vision for the future of this country, they are now there also. So with the mixture of youth and the experience, Grenada will continue to move forward and onwards. So friends, as I leave you here this evening, I want to make this point. Our country is not for sale. Our country is not for no one man or two men or two women or one woman. Our country belongs to all of us. So I am confident, sisters and brothers. You have a stall and measure of the type of team that's available before you. And when we get there in government once again, and same we, because the new national party, all of us, we are not going to leave the Mount Royal residence and go and take a residence in Grandans for $25,000 a month because Mount Royal isn't good enough for us. We are not going to say that road work is not good, while the people suffering and the bushes are becoming tall as us. You will see, sisters and brothers, that the NMP showing care for the people of this country. You would also see a prime minister and members of your government who will be down on the ground with you, working with you to continue the building of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So St. Mark's, Victoria, we are in a good thing. We are going to take back the reins of government. We are going to take back the reins of government, not for ourselves, but for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The rain is starting to fall, and you must hear your political leader. So I take my exit at this point in time, but stay strong, stay with the new national party, and continue to build this beautiful country of ours.
NNP are voting for. Tell me who you're voting for. NNP we vote.
That was our former Prime Minister and political leader, now chairman of our party. Strong. And giving you the message. Yes? We have done it before and we will do it again. But it means that you have a task on your hand as well. It's not just for the team up here. It's not just for the former political leader. It's not just for the present political leader. It's not just for the candidates and caretakers or your parliamentary rep like Dr. Modest. It is for all of us to do our task. Make sure we check our voters' list regularly. Make sure that our names and the names of all the people that we know should be on remains on. In a certain village, in a constituency, when they made a check just recently, 12 or more people, prominent, living, well-kicking people, their names are off. Be careful. Encourage the younger ones to get registered and let them know. Don't fall anymore for the lies and propaganda, but vote for a solid party that always know progress and always have love for people and look for people. Who we voting for? Mr. DJ, tell us who we voting for. I ain't hearing you. Who we voting for?
The Grenadian rebirth is...
Hear this,
I know who I'm voting for. NNP are voting for.
Right, Mr. DJ, thank you. We know who we're voting for. But we had to be registered. Now, I am pleased. It's now a special moment. We have been having a really good meeting. St. Mark's, thank you. Really, really good meeting. But we want to make it better. We want to lift it higher. We want to know where we're going from here. We can only go one direction. Forward, higher, higher, higher. Yes? There's a song in church. They don't go to church. Lift Jesus higher. All you know it? Well, I just go to church. I know church song. So I want you to put your hands together, my friends. NNP Victoria. NNP Grenada. We want to hear our political leader, Sister Emmeline Pierre.
Wake them. Tell them. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we vote in NNP election day. Go out there and...
Thank you, Brother Bola. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Brothers and sisters, I take this opportunity tonight to specially recognize the members of our platform who are here. I recognize former Prime Minister of this country and Chairman of the New National Party, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. I also recognize a stalwart of this constituency, the mother of the parliament, the mother of this party, Sister Clarice Modest Cowan, who has served you so well over all these years. Let me also recognize another stalwart, former parliamentarian, Sister Lorena Waldron, who is also with us tonight. And two of our young and vibrant members of our party I recognize tonight, Senator Mayana, who have spoken so well on the subject of health tonight. Let us recognize her, and Brother Jelani, our caretaker for St. Patrick West. NNPites, let me take a moment to specially recognize all of our viewers online, those who are not necessarily supporters of the NNP, but I want to specially recognize you because I know you've tuned in tonight because you recognize the New National Party is the best choice for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Brothers and sisters, I stand before you tonight not only as the political leader of the New National Party, but I stand tonight as a Grenadian daughter, someone who was born and rooted in this country, like everyone here tonight. And so because of that, I say to you tonight, I have a constitutional right to speak on behalf of the people of this country and to speak for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Brothers and sisters, every single one of you tonight, whether you are in the audience or you are online, you share that constitutional right to speak about what is happening in your country. Don't let anybody intimidate you. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you don't have a voice
and that you don't belong. No one should silence us when we speak for the people of this country. Brothers and sisters, no one should attempt to stifle our democracy because our parents and our grandparents would have fought too hard to earn what we enjoy today. Brothers and sisters, our freedom of speech must never be selective. In other words, we must be able to speak regardless of which party forms the government. Brothers and sisters, I therefore declare tonight that we, the New National Party, we will stand for the people. We will stand with the people, and we will speak for the people regardless of the consequences. We have a responsibility, and we understand our responsibility. So tonight I say to you, and I say to those who attempt to stifle the voices of ordinary citizens, I say tonight, let the people's voices be heard. But I add also, not just that their voices must be heard. I say tonight, let their cries be answered with action that addresses the core of the pain that the people of this country feel. Our people deserve better. So I speak tonight without fear, without favor, for the farmers of our country who have been neglected. Our farmers who are discouraged, many of them still waiting on their CRIF payout, something that they are entitled to. Thankfully, the New National Party would have signed on to this program so that our country could have received $118 million so that farmers and fishermen and ordinary people could benefit. Brothers and sisters, many of our farmers are sitting by after more than a year, and they are still looking on at insiders of the NDC benefiting from these payouts. In some cases, brothers and sisters, those who are benefiting do not even qualify for the benefits that they receive. Tonight I speak for the farmers who once depended on the MNIB, Marketing and National Importing Board. Imperfect as it was, it worked for many of them over the years. Brothers and sisters, today, many of these same farmers will tell you that their crops are rotten. They are unable to feed their families because they no longer have the same markets that they had before. Brothers and sisters, I speak tonight for the fishermen and women of this country who are crying out for help. And while they cry, brothers and sisters, they face one of the nightmares that they would hope they would never have to face. A threat, recent announcement of US bans that threaten their very market, their very survival. I speak tonight. Brothers and sisters, I speak tonight for families that are struggling under the crushing pain of the rising cost of living. While, brothers and sisters, this administration, the NDC administration, appears not to care about the pain of our ordinary families of this country. Brothers and sisters, these families, as they struggle throughout the length and breadth of this country, they are crying out for one thing, that their voices would be heard and the government would respond to them. But no ear, no hearing, of this administration. Brothers and sisters, the NDC administration, on coming into office, would have cut the reliefs and the measures in place to help these very said families. And you know what is sad? They did not just remove those measures to help families. They added tax. They compounded the problem by added tax on sugar and a levy on water. Poor those who cannot afford. Our government seem not to care. So brothers and sisters, every trip to the shop, every bill that is paid, every account that must be responded to, our people feel the pain. They feel, and it feels heavier and heavier every day. Mothers are wondering how to stretch a dollar even further. Family members are working harder, some even 2 jobs, but they are still unable to meet their monthly commitments. Where is our government? Where is our government? Brothers and sisters, let us face the reality in this country today. Our growth rate has fallen from 7% consistent growth, 7% in 2022 under the NNP. Now we are barely accomplishing a 4%. Government revenues are also falling. We've had a shortfall of $112.6 million just for the first half of this year. I told you before, Treasury is weakening, moving from $500 million when we left office. This administration is now experiencing a deficit of over $30 million. How did we get there so fast? Brothers and sisters, I say, God forbid that we have a major national natural disaster, and I say national, something that affects the length and breadth of this country. Or brothers and sisters, God forbid, the global economy would take a sharp turn downwards. Crap or smoke we pipe in this country. We have a deficit of $30 million. Brothers and sisters, while the Treasury weakens, while millions of dollars are wasted every day on delayed projects and cost overrun, some continue to defend this government like if they have no care for those persons who are affected, like the children of Cloget, who cannot even get a footpath to travel to school. No care for the poor. Government ministers, brothers and sisters, benefiting illegally from the funding of the Grenada Development Bank. Ask our farmers, ask our fishermen, ask our small businessmen. They cannot even qualify in so many instances, not even for $10,000 to get their very survival going. Brothers and sisters, this is not about party color. It is definitely not about party loyalty. This is about the very survival of ordinary men and women who are trying to make an honest living in this country. It is about our economic independence. It is about the future of our children, your grandchildren, and in some cases, it is about your great-grandchildren. So I ask you tonight, do you feel that the government that you voted for care about the people of this country? Brothers and sisters, dreams are being deferred. Opportunities are out of reach of the people of this country. One set of people benefiting and living well. People are left asking, where is the hope? Where are the promises that were made? The lofty promises that were made to the people of this country. Where are the 500 Grenadian-style houses that were supposed to be built every single year? Where are they? Not one. So we should be at 1,500, not one completed so far. I ask you tonight, brothers and sisters, because I don't know the answer. Where are the hundreds of Build Back Better houses that government collected millions of dollars and people are still living under tents more than 1 year later? Where are the houses to show for the millions of dollars this administration collected? Brothers and sisters, I ask you further, what has happened to the promise to make all government workers and Imani trainees permanent with the stroke of a pen? What has happened to this promise? Brothers and sisters, what has happened to the promise that no worker would be sent home? What has happened to that promise? Hundreds of workers were fired under this administration purely because of their perceived political affiliation. What has happened to those promises? What has happened to the promise that seed beneficiaries would receive $600 per month? I say to this administration, they need it right now because they are being strangled by the rising cost of living and the pressure that is added by this administration. Brothers and sisters, I warn you tonight, lest you forget the promises. Because you know what, I believe that many people are going to forget these promises. And they're going to jump on and hop on the new promise of Project Polaris that is meant to blind the eyes of the Grenadian people for the many promises that were never delivered. I say to you, stay awake and stay vigilant. Look at what is happening in our country. So tonight I encourage us that we cannot continue to waste resources in this country as we have been doing. So many children have not been able to return to school this week. Brothers and sisters, so many farmers are unable to access their lands today because their farm roads have not been maintained since 2022. But Grenada, we are here tonight because there is hope. We are here tonight because we know the record of the new National Party. The new National Party has always put people first. That is our track record. Brothers and sisters, we have always invested in our farmers and our fishermen, in our young people. We have invested in our women. We have invested in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We've invested in small businesses over the years. But I want to say to you, the NNP has a track record that it has managed the resources of this country so well that this administration could have inherited a treasury that it said was pregnant. The NNP has a track record of visionary leadership, strong management, brothers and sisters, strong achievement, and strong performance over all these years. NNP has served Grenada well. And I say to you tonight, we are ready to do it again, and we are ready to do even better than we've done before with the team of the new National Party. So I give you the commitment tonight. I commit to you tonight that when the new National Party returns to government, agriculture would rise again. Our farmers would no longer be left behind. Agriculture would drive food security, create jobs, reduce our import bill, and strengthen our healthcare sector through proper nutrition. Brothers and sisters, families, when we return into government, families would be protected from the crushing cost of the rising cost of living. No family should ever have to choose between food and medicine in this country, between education and survival. Brothers and sisters, when we return into office, the new National Party would ensure that we rebuild the economy that is currently sinking in this country. And we are going to do it as we did before, and we're going to do it even better. We would restore growth. We will restore stability, and we will restore and ensure that there is prosperity in this country. But more than that, I say to you tonight, we will stand with our young people. We will give them far more opportunities than they have received before or they have been promised, not just talk as we are seeing right now. We will empower women, our single mothers, not with tokens and handouts, but real programs that will bring dignity and opportunities and independence. Too many of our people are crying out at this time. Brothers and sisters, we will strengthen social protection so that our seniors and our vulnerable and those who fall on hard times will never be left to fend for themselves. We will be there to stand with our people, to support our people through difficult times. Brothers and sisters, the linkage between tourism and agriculture and manufacturing will be one of our top priorities to ensure that our people, their economic survival, their prosperity will be captured in all of those initiatives that we will outline to you in the coming months. But we will restore trust. And this is important. Trust in governance. No more political victimization in this country. We will restore trust in government leadership that is honest, leadership that is transparent, leadership that is accountable to the people of this country. So I'm very confident tonight that Team NNP, a perfect blend of experience and youthful competence, is ready again to lead the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. So I say to you, real hope for a united, prosperous Grenada. We believe in you. We believe in this country. So I call on every Grenadian tonight to stand with the new National Party. Stand with the NNP, not because this is your party of choice, but because you want the best for Grenada. Stand with NNP. I am convinced without a shadow of a doubt that together with the NNP, with God on our side, love, unity, and courage, and doing what we need to do, this country would be so much better that we can move forward. And so tonight I close by addressing a subject that burns the heart of every Grenadian in this country. I close tonight to address the subject that every conscious Grenadian must be concerned about. I close tonight on a subject that threatens the very fabric of our society. A subject that must vex you if you care about children and you care about the future of this country. And that is why I close tonight, brothers and sisters. And I want to quote to you Section 7 of the new bill for civil legal responsibility, reducing the age for civil legal responsibility. Brothers and sisters, this bill, which was brought before the parliament of this country, is now dead, thank you, Lord, because the parliament was prorogued. But I beg you, don't get too excited too quick, because the bill is dead, not because the government of this country has killed it. It has died because the parliament is on recess. But what is sad, brothers and sisters, over the past couple days, the Attorney General of this country has indicated that the bill will not be killed. And so that is why I say to you tonight, if there was ever a time that you cannot sit down, that time is now. Because our future is now at stake. I want to read to you Section 7 of the bill. And I want you to listen carefully, because what I'm about to say here could be and become the right of your 12-year-old child, your 15-year-old child, your 16-year-old child. I beg you to listen carefully. It says, for the purposes of this section, sexual and reproductive health treatment means any, and I'm afraid of the word any in this bill, any medical, surgical, or counseling services or treatment provided to support the sexual and reproductive health of any individual, including A, access to contraceptive methods, B, treatment and prevention of sexually transmitted infections, including HIV/AIDS, prenatal and postnatal care, and other services related to pregnancy and childbirth, management of menstrual and gynecological health conditions, and E, sexual health education, risk assessment, and counseling. Brothers and sisters, this touches the very core of this country. And I say to you tonight, based on the content of this bill, I want you to imagine your 12-year-old child, without your knowledge, sitting in front of a male doctor, accessing these services on any given day. The threat that this poses to our children must be a threat to every citizen of this country in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And I say to you, I don't know about you, but I am prepared to stand and fight for every child in the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I don't know about you, but I am prepared to speak up for every child throughout the length and breadth of this country. And I give you the assurance that the new National Party will fight this bill. The new National Party will fight this bill until we are satisfied that our children are protected in this country. So I say to you, I'm happy you say you're ready. I ask you tonight, are you really ready? I ask you one more time, are you sure that you are really ready to fight for the children of this country? I say to you, you cannot be stifled. You cannot be bullied. I urge you to stand up for every child that you care about. May God bless you. May God bless our innocent children. May God bless Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatnik as we stand for justice, as we stand for what is right, as we stand for a beautiful country. Have a good night. May God bless you.
The house solid and the pillars strong. Don't stop the progress.
You want it any better than that? God bless you, political leader. Thank you. Before we do the official close, stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. Let me thank you. But before I do, I ask everyone who is sitting to stand. I ask, once you could stand there, all NNP could stand up and fight back. And we're fighting back for we children. We're fighting back for our children. Some of them don't making children. They want to own children. They want to take with children. So you would stand, you will hold hands. Mr. DJ, key up and I will give you the sign. But let me take this opportunity to thank all those who have joined us tonight, whichever part of the country you're from. We want to thank Victoria for hosting us and for having a very, 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 very good meeting tonight. We want to also thank whoever it is that has given us the permission to use this area right here. We thank them very much. Those online, we want you to join us too, and we thank you. At this point in time, for those of you who remember former Senator Nilon Franklin, our young senator who suddenly passed away about a week ago, we want at this time to have one moment of silence. I want total silence in recognition of his life with us. One moment of silence for Brother Nilon Franklin, former senator who served with the NNP. May his soul and the souls of all those who have departed rest in peace. Amen. Thank you all very much, Mr. DJ. As we close, I didn't say let go hands. Please. Obey order. Otherwise, I'll go for the wrong person on election day, you know.
I love you, Lord.
Volume.
For your mercy never fails me. All my days, I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. Yes, every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. You know I love your voice, for you have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other.
So we thank you once again very much. We hope everyone gets home safe. And don't forget on Sunday, inside of the Trade Center, our General Council will be held. Registration starts at 12 and we go on from 1 o'clock. Thank you. NNP! NNP! Good night to all of you.